slowly trying to get into content stuff because, man, I don't even know, bro. I don't have like the capacity for it as much. So I'm sitting here and I'm like trying to figure out ideas. What should I post? Because I coach and stuff like that. So I'm like, do I post workouts? Do I post this? Do I post that? So I got a whole bunch of notes where I'm just writing everything out, and I'm just like, I don't know. Should I post Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? All the things, like all the things, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Also, it's kinda like am I lagging or is it good? I think when you hit record, it started chopping a little bit. Is this good?
It does. It does that, but I think I'm good on my. I think I'm good on my end. I think. Yeah.
Or
Is it
word.
still lagging for you?
I mean, the quality dropped, but I think it's okay. I think
Yeah. It usually kind of like buffers out and like figures itself out later, but
I got you.
hopefully it works. But yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I wanted to like get you on, bro, because I've been seeing your videos and like I just feel like you'd be like a perfect person to talk to about like identity and basketball and like just like life after the sport, during the sport, and all those things, and just kind of like wanting to help my athletes kind of like pick your brain and give them some advice because they're like in middle school, high school, and um they have aspirations to like go to college and play like in the league and stuff. So I don't know, like what advice would you give like maybe like a middle schooler or actually a high schooler that's going into college like to like focus on? Like what should they be focusing on besides basketball?
man, there's so many ways, there's so many ways to approach it, right? Like, I think for one, where the game is at, uh, as far as NIL opportunities, earlier than ever, you can get real money. And that's not an environment that I grew up in, right? So I can't even pretend to like understand what it's like to be in their shoes right now. But I will
Yeah,
say, it starts with just a solid foundation of who you are, right? I think that's why I was excited to talk about identity because it's very easy to get swept up in the what can you do for me, right? Like how many points are you averaging or how productive of a human being can you be to X, Y, and Z system? And it's a fun game to play when you're on the winning side of it.
for real.
But the reality is like 99.8% of people are not on the winning side that we see today. So
Yeah,
the advice would just be, know who you are as a human being first. I think that was one thing that I had to really drill into myself going into my first pro season. I wrote about the difference between joy and happiness on a blog I used to do. Joy was kind of grounded in um, just unconditional, just more unconditional than happiness. I think happiness is a lot more situational, but joy comes from knowing, hey, this is who I am. This is what it means to know love from God or from family or from friends, and this is what it means to kind of show that in every season. So I think really starting with your heart and your understanding of who you are before you even get to all the. So we ain't even got into it, but like once you start, succeeding or have a little bit of success, it gets very crazy and it's easy to forget. So you always got to go back to that foundation.
facts, bro. I like what you said about joy because I know when I was playing, I think joy was one of the biggest things that I had like struggled with because I was like I got to put all these hours in. I got to go to the gym. I got to go to class. I got to do all these things, and there's like I got to knock off a checklist, right? And it was easy for me like back in the day. I was like 2017, no 2018. It was easy for me where I was like I get lost in like all this like tasks I got to do, and then just trying to find and ground who you are. It's key, bro. But I would say, tell me what's something that you do to like ground yourself? Like do you go outside? Do you like you a book reader or like what do you do to like kind of ground yourself and like who you are?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think right now what really grounds me is quality time with people who know me for who I am. In the last like 2 years, there's been a lot of new faces and new places I've been fortunate to be able to, travel for sports content and be in some really cool rooms, but at the end of the day, it's like they don't know me for who I am. They know like things I do and they know of me, So as I kind of get more prolific in my career, I found just more calls with family this year. I think I've, from minutes logged on my call on my cell phone, minutes logged with family and just close friends has been like at an all-time high because they're able to know my heart. They know why I started. They know my identity, and they kind of keep me in check. And it's nice to just hear about what's going on in their life because it's easy to get consumed in what we're doing and trying to make it to the next level and the next
Mhm.
whatever. But a
Yeah,
chance to just hear from them and kind of check in with your village is really important to me.
I feel that. I definitely feel that, bro. Absolutely. Especially when you be on planes and you be flying places, you be like traveling all the time. That's kind of like what I do is travel and stuff for sports and training. So yeah, keeping your family close is important. I feel that.
Mhm.
I feel that.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, 100%.
sir. I like your braids too, by the way, bro. I'm trying to get my braids like that or my hair like that.
Bro, be careful, man. You're gonna be sick of being in the hair salon every month. I'm about to cut it. I gotta cut it
Hmm.
at some point.
I had braids for
Yeah,
my wedding, but like, oh man, I didn't take care of them really well.
it's a learning curve to it. It's a learning curve. If you have any like women in your life or female friends, I just had to listen to them because I was struggling at first too. Struggling for sure.
But yeah, bro. We could talk. Let's talk more about identity because I know, like it's a big topic. Like I know I talked to a few of my like coaching friends, and they're saying that like identity is huge. Like it's all grounded in who you are, like what you're saying. I guess what is a let me see. Like, is there any specific not advice, but like encouragement you'd want to give? Like a let's say like a 10th grader, like someone who's like just got into high school, but they're a little bit, like, seasoned in high school, but then they're starting to kinda think about, like, next steps in college, like, what do you think what would you say, like or the encouragement you give them? Because I know for me, I was, when I got, like, my freshman year of high school, I knew I wanted to play basketball, but then as soon as I got to, like, a sophomore, I was like, "Oh, I for sure know I wanna play basketball now." So, like, it kinda solidified, and, yeah, like, what encouragement would you give someone that's, like, dead set on that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think, man, we all have gifts, right? Like you
Yeah.
have a skill set that is uniquely fine-tuned for who you are and where you sit in the world. I have a skill set that is also different, and, the encouragement I think I would give is really to just, like, lean into like, really create space to find out what yours is, right? And it's really hard to find those answers if you're looking at what this person got and, well, this person just signed an Adidas NIL deal at in 11th grade, right? It's so easy to look at that, look left and right, and be like, "I'm doing something wrong. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong?" And yeah, it's you can't fill your cup worrying about what is in somebody else's. So, how do you create space to find your gifts and talents? I think, shoot, for me, I mean, faith is a big part of my, identity and how I see the world. And I would say putting that first over all the things that, the world puts on a pedestal. It
Yeah.
allows you to start to see yourself and see other people and just see life differently, and you start to see what really matters. And I think just talking to God more and asking Him to make it clear, I think, is a huge thing. When I was playing in Europe, in Denmark, and I remember I was like, okay, I like basketball, I like social media, but it just felt like they were competing. Like I was like, I feel like a gift over here,
Yeah.
but am I comparing my journey to a guy who goes to Europe and comes back to the league or whatever? Like, who am I comparing it to? And those are the wrong questions to ask. So I really just sat down and I was like, "Yo, God, just show me where my talents are, and show me like the direction I should go. That is for me. It's not for anybody else. It was
Yeah.
for me." And ironically, the next week, literally 7, 10 days later, I tore my Achilles, and I was like happy about it.
Oh.
Because for one, I should have been more specific. I don't know if I would've asked for that, but
Hey, yo.
mhm, yeah, like, I was laughing. I literally was like, "Dang, I guess this is confirmation, right?"
Mm,
But I was happy about it because to me it showed that like there's a lane for me that looks different. No one else was doing what I was doing at the time on TikTok in 2021. So I was really carving my own path. So again, to answer your question, what's the encouragement? Is like you have to believe that you have a special skill set that only like is given just for you, and you know your path isn't going to look like someone else's, but you really have to own that and lean into that in order to get the kind of the fruits of it. So yeah.
amen, honestly, bro, I feel that because I I feel that. I feel that, bro. So it was your Achilles your I thought it was your I was gonna ask my next question, I was gonna ask was it was your Achilles, I didn't know it was your I thought it was your knee or something, but that you tore.
Yeah, no, yeah, I was tearing my Achilles before it was the cool thing to do. Now everybody's doing it, but back then I was like, shoot, I couldn't even name maybe I don't even know. It might have been before KD. What year did he tear his?
I
Did he tear?
shoot,
Am I
I'm thinking
tripping?
like
Did he?
2012? 2014?
Nah, it was okay. Well, maybe he might have been the only one. He might have been the only one, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's a really common injury now, and it's crazy. But
Yeah,
it was like a 6 month recovery. It wasn't too bad.
that's good. Yeah, I remember when Kobe did his, man, like, when he shot them free throws, I was watching that game, I was like, "Bruh, mm,"
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know? Yeah, bro. No, that's encouraging, because I know, like, I was on a podcast yesterday, or I was FaceTiming, one of my, coaching friends, and we were talking about, like, how we feel like in the athletics, especially in the basketball community, there's a lot of, like, creative minds and creative, like, hearts, and, it's almost like if you can learn how to tap into that at a young age, you can be really successful in the future for real. And like I know for me, bro, like I had aspirations for like social media. I remember when Instagram first came out and I was like, man, I'm gonna start or when I think it was when Instagram first got their videos and I was like, oh shoot, I'm gonna start making videos. I'm gonna start doing all these things. Record myself like on the basketball court, just kind of like dribbling and stuff and got me and my friends in the videos. We did stuff together. And I think like if you can do that at a young age, like it's important and you'll be able to like find these like nuanced opportunities to kind of create like you're saying like create your own path and yeah, it's encouraging, bro. Social media is huge, especially in basketball, like that genre is like crazy huge now, but
It is, but I mean, even that, like, some people would rather be a hoops YouTuber than go to the league these
yeah,
days, right? So,
that part, yeah,
it's the new shiny objects, but I don't think is everything, right? Like,
yeah,
so my social could get deleted tomorrow and I would still be okay. I'd figure it out because,
yeah,
yeah, my skill set might be in creating videos, but I've learned, like, I'm a good listener. I like to speak life into people. Shoot, just I value authenticity. I
yeah.
like curating experiences that make people feel like themselves. So I think that those are the skill sets that can be applied to so many lanes that basketball has been a great vehicle to help you find that for me. But yeah, so to anybody out there who ever listens to this, like, yeah, you could be a high level hooper, you could be a high level creator, but just know those gifts can get applied to so many other places. Like, I got friends that could have played pro and they're working in finance now and they're loving what they're doing. So but it's also important for people to see these examples because we don't know what is out there until we see it for a lot of like young kids.
That is true. Yeah, no, example is important too, because you know, I know like for me growing up, I didn't see a lot of like different like it like my college teammates, they were a lot of them didn't have, like do too much outside of basketball. So I couldn't really see that or like even in high school. Like I mean I saw my dad do stuff. I saw like friends do stuff, but yeah, like teammates wise, it was just basketball or playing the game. It wasn't like too much career stuff. But yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
important. I was gonna ask, what career you think athlete, like, outside of social media would be, like, really good for somebody that's, like, in that age bracket? Like, you think finance is obviously good or, like you talk about skill set, and everyone's got different skill sets, but what do you think is something like, what do you see, like, the majority of, like, your friends or your teammates doing that are, like it's a different career than basketball that you're like, "Oh, that's actually that fits for them." Like, what do those careers look like?
Hmm. Man, ironically, like all of my friends have non-traditional careers. I think
Yeah.
Yeah, like, no, I'm serious though, like, all of them kind of
Uh,
are taking their own path. I have friends that are still hooping professionally, but laying the foundation for a cybersecurity business, right? Because their dad, was a cybersecurity professor.
mm,
Another friend created his own basketball supplement company for electrolytes called Hoop Fuel. Um, Another one is a marketing consultant, and he also is a creator. So I think
mm,
you have to kinda spend time around people that are doing similar things, going where you're trying to go. So I don't have a lot of like 9 to 5 friends that I talk to that often because 'cause they're busy, like they have their own job. So I'll try to build my circles around people doing similar things or at least working for themselves and creating their own lanes. Yeah, man, it
yeah.
just depends on what you wanna do. Do you value stability and comfort, or do you wanna kind of forge your own path? I think there's no right or wrong answer there.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, stabi honestly, I know, like, man, being an entrepreneur, because that's kinda, like, basically what we are, is, like, we're entrepreneurs, right? We got our own businesses, we do our own thing. It takes a lot of courage, I feel like, to be,
Yeah.
building your own thing. A lot of courage.
What,
And yeah.
what were some breakthrough moments for you?
But, like, for, like, creating businesses and things?
Yeah, just like were you doing what you do, what were kind of the signs or the moments where you're like, "Alright, like, I can do this," and it's not as scary?
I think after it all starts with, like, trying, right? That's a good question, I appreciate you asking that. Um, it all starts with trying, and I know, like, I tell my athletes, like, you gotta try something, and if you fail, that's okay." And then for me, like, go back, I would say for me, like, faith is important for me too, so try, if you fail, go back, pray, talk to people, see where you might have missed. If it's something for you to try again, if not, then, try to find something else, and that's okay too. But I'd say like a breakthrough for me was um I remember like after college I was like, okay, what should I do? And I actually wrote my book that I wrote, the athlete's book that I wrote actually talks about this too. And I was gonna pursue like strength coaching. Like I was gonna like strength and conditioning coaching. I was gonna do that. But then I realized I was like, I like working out, but I don't know if I like doing it this much. So I was like, then I stopped, and but I stopped doing that, but I kept going. I think the key thing is to just keep trying, and have you gotta have a lot of faith. You gotta have a lot of faith in yourself. You gotta have a lot of faith in God. You gotta have a lot of faith in the process, and even when you can't see anything, like even when it's like completely like I don't know where I'm going at all, it's almost like it feels like blind faith. I would say that'd be my encouragement. It feels like blind faith, but if you have a vision and a goal of like you want to be like an entrepreneur, you want to build your own businesses, like knowing that like you got to have courage, faith, uh you got to do things that might be unconventional, especially if it's like your peers are doing like the 9 to 5 thing, they might not see your vision, but like you got to surround yourself with people that are doing the same thing that you're doing. And that was my biggest breakthrough moment, was definitely continuing to try, surrounding myself with people that are like got similar visions. And yeah, bro, just having faith and trusting even when I can't see for real. And just kind of following that lead of I feel like I should do this, so I'm just gonna try and see what happens. And just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. Rinse and repeat kind of. So yeah. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you asking that.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's very real. Trying is so underrated, bro, especially now. People are
Yeah,
they think trying is like cringy and oh, if you doing it and you're not popping from day one, like they
yeah.
don't want to do it. Um, and I
Yep.
always tell people like you really don't want it bad enough. Like you got to give
Mhm.
them like a reality check. Like there's people that are putting themselves out there, and those are the people that are gonna make it. And if you go and scroll back to their first post, or if you go to their first event that they hosted, or the first page of a book that they wrote, it's not that final product that you're putting on a pedestal.
Mhm.
But yeah, trying and starting something without knowing how to do it is, I would agree, that's very underrated.
Yeah. Very. That needs to be a shirt or something. Just try or something. Just do it, Nike. Just try.
Mhm. Just try it for sure. For sure.
Uh, but yeah, bro. Let's hop into identity though again, because honestly, like, I know, like for me, like with basketball, I used to never go outside. like, cause I used to be in the gym all the time, and, like, I was training with, do you know who PJ Performance is?
I feel like I've seen their stuff. I don't know them, like, well, but that's very familiar.
He's like a yeah, like a strength and conditioning coach, and he was
Mhm.
in Anaheim, California. So I went to Long Beach City. Yeah, he had this cool idea to like have athletes train outside instead of like in the gym all the time because like it was like a vitamin C thing where there was like, you're always in the gym, you don't get a lot of sunlight. It's gonna help you like recover. It's gonna help you like get a lot of energy. And one of the things that I realized that was underrated for me was being outside, bro, because I would spend hours in the gym. How has being outside like helped you? Like has that been something that you do all the time? Like do you like go on walks? Do you ride a longboard? Do you ride your bike? Like, how's that benefited you?
Shoot, I mean, New York, man, I don't know if you've seen New York weather, but this winter has been
Oh, yeah.
terrible. There is no outside. There is, but, yeah, so I literally this might be the first, like, week, of good weather. This is only my 3rd year in New York, but the last year was brutal, man, but yeah, I don't know, I love nature. I think it's a big reset for me because my career is online, so I like to hike and, kinda get offline that way, but I haven't been able to do it until, right now, so I'm very, very much so looking forward to the next couple months.
Yeah. Bro, I forgot you were in New York. I didn't realize you were in New York.
Not sweet. You gotta wanna be here.
But yeah, for sure. I got a friend and he's been out here or been out there like I think for about 3 years too. And he's like, man, you got if you don't got a car, like you gotta walk everywhere. You gotta yeah. But no. Is it
Yeah,
nice? Like, do you like it?
yeah, no, I love it. I mean, I think warm weather New York is, like, one of the best cities in the world just because of that walking and, like, everybody kind of really values just they use the parks, like, the public spaces, there's, like it feels like there's opportunities to connect, um, and it's just very inspiring to be around all these people building brands and the advertising
Yeah.
and marketing. It's just very creative. That's kind of what I like about it. People are getting after it, and it's just inspiring to kinda get secondhand energy from them and do your own thing.
Yeah. That'd be important, bro. Especially in our field, bro. You talked about blogs though. Like I've written maybe 4 articles like in the past, maybe 3, 4 years. And yeah, like each a year. And I think like writing has been one of my gifts that I've like found like after sports and even during sports. Cause I used to like jot my feelings down. Like I had a journal of like everything I'd be feeling and stuff like that. So do you think writing is a good gift? Like, do you write? Like, do you write at all? Or like still like after the
Yeah.
blog and stuff?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think my videos that have done well and have defined my career as like a storyteller, you gotta write. I don't really put much pen to paper for scripts for videos, but like my notes app, I'll really sit down and think about like what do I want to say, and then once I figure out what I want the takeaway to be, I will say how do I add a layer of entertainment on top of that. You kind of weave in the purpose with the entertainment, so it's not just all silly. The people will watch it and feel like somebody was speaking life into them. So it's very intentional. But I go back and forth between intentional and purpose filled with also just like lightheartedness. I think that is still an important emotion and joy. Like joy is an important thing to kind of convey. So I try to balance it out. It depends on what season of life I'm in for real.
Yeah, cool. That's what's up. Nah, I feel you on that. Like writing is a skill, bro, for real. Like, cause I'm trying to write two more books. You ever thought about writing a book? Bro? I think it froze.
I have. I feel like it's not the time to put it out yet, but I've definitely put some thoughts down for sure. I got a couple outlines or something, but we'll see. I don't want to say too much on it because I need to do it first.
Mm.
I need to do it first. So, yeah.
Yeah, got author Trey out here. Let's go, man. Yes, sir.
Hey man, hey, nah, you publish. You publish.
Oh,
I'm trying to catch up.
bro. Nah, that was fun, bro. It took me. It took a while though. It took a while for me to write that. It took a good couple years. But then once the ideas started to flow, and I was like, you know, all right, I can do this. It kind of took like a couple months just to get it on paper and then edit it and stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
yes, sir. What does your shirt say? I was trying to read that junk. What is
Uh, it says, "Sorry I was hooping." It's my friend's brand. Brand Scene is the name of the brand. So he has a collection called "Sorry I was hooping," and then he just launched "Sorry I was golfing." Doing pretty well. He's
that's
done
fire.
collabs with, like, almost half the league, NBA teams, and I think he just got the shirt into the PGA video game, if I'm not mistaken, which is crazy. Um,
Dang. Yeah.
yeah, so I show him a lot of love just and it's a good shirt too, so
Yeah. Hey, let's go. Gotta shout him out for real, honestly. Yes, sir.
my
There's
dog.
this hoop yeah. There's this hoodie that I saw. I think it was similar. It said something like or it was like I just want to hoop or something like that. I was thinking about getting it because it was pretty sick. I was like, I'd rather be at the basketball court. I'd rather be somewhere else than here.
I'm only hooping, like I mean, for one, it depends on how my body feels. I've been through some injuries.
Yeah.
So that's kinda frustrating sometimes trying to, like, just base your schedule off of a feeling that you won't know until, like, you wake up that day and you're like, "Ah, like, I did too much last week." Kinda depends for me, but I've been in physical therapy and hopefully it'll be a good summer hoops, so we'll see.
Yeah, I feel that, bro. I'm about to be 27, bro. I'm waking up, my back and knees feeling all weird. I'm like, bro, I'm not that old, bro.
Mm.
Like,
I'm too young. I'm too young to be acting that old. Yeah, yeah. You
that's what
gotta
I'm
lift
saying.
weights.
Like, I need to go to PT for real. Cause man, my shoulder, something going on with my shoulder, bro. Ex hoopers, bro. Y'all gotta go to PT, the chiropractor. You gotta stretch now. Like, it be like that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
make sure you get on top of that before you creep on 30 because I'm 29, so I'm not there yet,
Yeah.
but I see what people mean by you gotta just stay in movement, stay stretching, all that stuff's super important.
Hmm. Yeah. My dad used to tell me that when I was younger. I was like, I'm cool. Now I'm like 26, and I'm like, I see what he was saying. I see what he was saying.
Right. Percent.
Super, bro. So you still hoop like you said like occasionally, but like do you go to like leagues now? Because I think I saw you on like I think it was one of your videos. You did like a three on was it the 3-on-3 league that you did, or is that what I saw?
Yeah, I mean, I have a friend who is a he plays pro 3 on 3 and he's a creator. How to Hoop Forever is his name, Jack.
Mm,
So he'll pull me in sometimes to do stuff. Uh, and then there's a bunch of men's leagues in New York, but like I said, it just depends
yeah.
on my body. So I haven't really been in the gym this month. I've been just rehabbing the last few weeks, and I've
Hmm.
been traveling a lot. So that steals time, but I want to just be here for the summer and figure out my spots. So we'll see.
I feel you on that. Bro, how important do you think it is to stay in the gym after like playing like professional basketball or like high school, college? How important do you think that is? Cause I know for me, I gotta stay in the gym because I'm gonna just feel weird for real if I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on the type of person you are. Like some people played at a high level and never even liked basketball, right? Like they just did it because it got them a scholarship or they had
Uh-huh.
opportunities. But yeah, I think shoot, it truly depends. I know people that don't hoop anymore, but they played at a super high level and they don't miss
Yeah.
it.
Mm,
It's yeah, but some people they didn't play at a high level and they're going to be in the gym till 50. So it just depends.
probably Curry.
Maybe
That
he
man.
gonna be on the golf course. He gonna be on the golf
Oh,
course more.
that's right. That's right. Oh yeah. Speaking of Curry, I saw you did the little Plezzy commercial joint with him. I think so, right? On your social media, I saw that. That's cool, bro.
Yeah, that was fun. We went to the same high school,
Oh,
so he's a little bit older than me. He's like 7, 8 years older than me, so we didn't have that
uh,
overlap. Like we know who each other are. Like not many pro players coming out of Charlotte Christian, maybe like less than 10 or less.
yeah.
He was always somebody I looked up to. So that was a very full circle moment where it's like, hey, this skill set that I lean to looks different than his, but we're in the same room, serving the same purpose, inspiring
Yeah.
people through basketball. I think so. It was a really cool moment for sure.
Bro, that's awesome, bro. I can only imagine like how it feels because he's like top league, but then like it reminds me of like that analogy in like scripture talks about like your hand, and then somebody else is like a foot, but we come together and we still like serve a purpose, and without one or the other, we can't really
Mhm.
like serve the people in the best way possible. But Yeah, bro, that's cool, man. Curry, I saw that, I was like, "Oh,
Yeah, it's a great night.
Plessy?" Yeah. Yeah. Yes,
Not
sir.
sponsored. Not sponsored.
I I was about to say, we gotta we gotta get you that sponsor. No, I'm just kidding. Take it, just kidding. Man,
Yeah, man.
cool, bro. How was March Madness, though?
It was good. It was honestly very tiring. I had to do, like, a video at every round, and something is always different. Every arena, every week, you try to pull a storyline that can really cut through the noise. It was my
Mhm.
3rd time working with Bleacher Report and March Madness, so, kinda used to it, but this one was really fun challenge, just because like, what they were asking for was a little bit different. Usually, I just capture, like, a bunch of small moments
Mhm.
and just try to, like, spam as many, like, bite-sized pieces of entertainment, but this one was a lot more, like, storyline driven, so you have to kinda connect. You gotta just connect everything, and when
Yeah.
you gotta do that, it's kinda you have to really sit down with a plan before, and the plan doesn't go according to plan when the game starts
Mhm.
sometimes, so it was fun. It was really fun, but a lot of travel, like 6 or 7 days at home, the whole March Madness, so that was crazy.
Huh.
But yeah, I'd love to do it again. It was dope.
That's cool, bro. I saw you had the long, like, I forget what that thing's called, but, like, you put the phone on and then you, like, record or something. I forget what it's called, but like a gimbal or something? I don't know. One of those little
Yeah.
power recorders. Yeah. That's what's up,
Mhm.
bro. Cool, man. I remember that March Madness where, I forget, I think it was Villanova who when dude hit the game winning shot to win the whole thing. That joint was crazy. That joint was
Yeah. That was crazy, but I feel like I don't know, man, that this year, this UConn versus Duke game, I was fortunate to go to that one.
yeah,
It was wild. I know a game winner to win the Natty on paper is like a crazy thing, but the difficulty of the shot in the moment, I think it was a tie game
yeah,
in that Villanova shot, if I'm not mistaken. This one though, Duke UConn, they were down 2 to get a steal after being down 20. It was special, and the crowd was just crazy. That was top 5. I think that's up there with, like,
yeah.
Leitner shot for sure, so it was really cool.
That was wild, bro. And then the memes with the coach, bro, were also insane when you that joint went crazy.
Hilarious. I saw him on a T-shirt at the Final Four. He had all the T-shirts with his face on it. It was
Yo,
wild.
he thugged out for real. You even think he's from somewhere, from LA or something. I don't know.
Crazy. It was crazy.
But yeah, bro. I think I gotta get off in a second, but I mean, it was glad to get. I'm glad to get you on here, bro, and we just kind of chop it up and all the things. But bro, I appreciate everything that you're doing for the basketball
Absolutely,
community.
bro. I think
No, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, bro. Thank you. I was gonna say thank you. Like, I think you speaking on stuff like this is super important. Like you said, we all kind of are playing different roles in different parts, but the goal is just to inspire and just show people that anything is possible. But it starts with a solid identity. So it's super important to hear.
Cool. I appreciate you, bro. Everything you got going on is really inspiring too, man. I don't think there's a video I skip at all. Like when I be seeing your posts, so
Yeah.
not at all.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I got to get back on it, man. I got to get back on it. I've kind of taken a little break after this basketball season sprint, but it's time to pop back out. So, yeah, man, thank you, truly.
Yes, sir. All right, dog. I'll catch you later. This junk like buffering, so I'm probably gonna have to get off here just because my Wi-Fi is good, but I don't know why it be tripping. But either way, appreciate you, bro.
Thank you. Have a good one. Yep.
Yeah, they work.